Von J Media.
Welcome back to Ignyte Your Why podcast. I'm your host, DeVohn Jackson. Each week, we break down powerful topics that helps you tap into your story, challenge your thinking, and ignite your why. All right, so this week's topic is going to be on resiliency. Now, I want you to take a moment and think, what does that word mean to you? Resiliency. Yeah, I'll let you take a beat there. All right, so thank you for taking that time and thinking of that. So what I want to do here is read a definition that I have here of resiliency, and then we'll get into the topic from at hand, okay? So what I have here is resiliency is the capacity to emotionally and mentally recover and adapt when facing challenges, stress, and adversity. Think back at a time where you face some resiliency, for lack of a better term. Think of that time where you feel like you've always just been constantly tested, I would say. I don't want to say beat down, but constantly tested. Not knowing, okay, ooh, was that the one? Ooh, was that the one? And then even to, when I think of this sometimes, a funny little thing that I think of that I come back to think of is where you're reaching down and trying to grab something off the ground, but then you keep missing it each time. And you're like, okay, this is it. This is when I'm going to get it all done. I'm done with it. But that's not the case. It's not the case at all. For this week, we're really going to dive into and look and see what someone needs in order to have resiliency, true resiliency. So, diving into this one is for the tired, the overlooked, the rebuilding, the everyday, the you. Let's get into it. So first, let's think about it. Let's talk about resiliency as a whole. I know I told you to go back to a time and think, all right, what was this time that I had that was really hard for me, that I couldn't get there, that I felt like I couldn't get through? Now, how did you get yourself out of that mindset? How did you get yourself out of that mundane? How did you get yourself out of the repetitive over and over and over that anyone could catch themselves at? I can tell you, for me, a lot of times it's coming back to that anchoring myself back down. Yeah, we all have emotions, and we all get to feel those emotions as well too. Sometimes there's a time and a place for that too. It's not always right in that moment, but it's what you do after that fact. It's what you do after that minor to major inconvenience. Sorry, not convenience. Would be didn't talk about resilience. But truly, sit there and think: what's your anchor? What brings you back? What keeps you grounded so that you don't fly off the handle? That'll be for my wicked people. All right. So for me, my anchor is always, all right, what can I control? I can control what's in my power. Okay. In this situation, what's in my power? If it's something small, I'm like, hey, I can let that overtake me, and then I have a crappy day. Or, oh man, that was kind of funny. I can't lie. I look kind of stupid right there. Brush it off the shoulders, as they say. But they said in that old, in that song, key, back, brush off your shoulders. Nah, let me stop. Don't copyright us. But truly though, like, I sit and I think, and I'm like, that was a freak. That was a freak thing that happened. Like, there's so much more. There's so much more to it all. Now, that's for the small. What about the medium? What would we classify as a medium? Let's say this would be like coworkers. Let's just say, not that this has happened to me recently. Actually, the job that I'm at right now, I have a lot of more time in resiliency from my last job. Really helped me out to understand that there's a lot more out there as well too. So respect it. So now, what about that middle ground? What about that middle ground for resiliency? Let's see. So let's think of a coworker. Let's say if a coworker doesn't get to you to something on time, and it affects your work specifically. Now, what do you do during this time? Now, instead of just something that's a minor inconvenience, now we're introducing another human into the loop. Or this could be your middle ground could be with a pet. It could be with a kid. It could be with your spouse. But I want you to take a minute and think around that middle ground. For this example, I'm going to just use a work situation. So again, let's say if somebody doesn't give you, you have to complete a specific task on time, and you can't get your job done until the person before you gets their job done. What are you doing? Deadline's coming. It's approaching day on day on day on day. Are you just going to let it go past? And now you're behind on your deadline and make up for their slack? It's a form of resiliency. I don't think it's the one that you want. That one can lead to a lot of mental drain. And honestly, people walking over you, to be honest, just thinking about it out loud. But in this situation personally, this is when everyone has their own boundaries of what they're comfortable with taking and not taking. I want enough room to breathe. I don't want to stress unless I put that stress on myself. Because then it's like, hey, you did that, DeVohn. That's on you. But if it's anyone else to do with it, oh no, I'm on you. I'm on you as soon as I can be, at least now. Because I've learned that the more you wait and let things linger in limbo, the more you see that you're taking a mental toll on yourself. And then after a while, your boundaries are crushed. So, in that middle ground, sometimes it's worth taking that step back, evaluating the situation. Because not everything needs an immediate attention right in the moment. And that's why we use the example of getting a project done over a time frame. Something where anyone can choose any time that can go in and interact. All right, let's talk about the big one. The big one. But let's talk about resiliency in the highest factor. So now I want you to think of a situation here. So this one might be a little bit closer to home. This one might be only your family, your spouse, your kids, your mom, your dad. I can't really say that I got it again this moment here. So let's just go with a hypothetical. Let's go with a parent. So let's say parent. We all know a lot of times that parents mean well. But there are times too that a parent can overstep. So let's say you have a kid, there's a parent, and you have a specific rule of, I don't know. Again, I'm just trying to make up a hypothetical here. Maybe not. Pardon me, I didn't mean to hit my mic, but I do got a little one and I don't want to ruin some surprises. See, let's just say that your little one has a birthday surprise, but then grandma, grandpa, whoever may be, oh, they get too excited and they spill the beans. And you put so much work into planning this birthday party. Now, again, you know they mean well, but this one just rubbed you the wrong way because you told everybody no one can ruin the surprise. It's got to be perfect. Now, what do? Take a step, take a minute, think. What would you do? And that's what here is tough because everyone takes things a little bit different than other people. And so, particularly for me, I'm not a birthday guy like that at all. I'm not yeah, it's my birthday. Let's go crazy. Like, yeah, oh yeah, it's my birthday. Yeah, let's go out. Let's do something. So if someone were to surprise me, I wouldn't really care if it was spoiled for me. But now, again, this is for your kid. Does it change? Yes, but not too much. Yes, it hits a little bit more raw because it's your kid's day that possibly got ruined, but possibly not. Again, what was the definition that we have as a baseline? Resiliency is the capacity to emotionally and mentally recover and adapt when facing challenges, stress, and adversity. It's not the time to blow up. It's not the time to go crazy on them right now. We let it roll off the shoulders. And when we have a moment, we can have a real adult conversation about it later. It's not only now can you show the model example of how to keep it together when things don't go your way, but think about if your kid gets to see both sides. I know they get to see one side, the resilient side, but wouldn't it be cool for them to also see that other side, to be able to have that resiliency in the moment, have a great time, and then be able to bring back that moment with no malice, but just to address, hey, this is how it made me feel. This is the situation of what happened. And now here we are. So again, y'all, like, I want y'all to take today to really sit back and reevaluate what resiliency means to you. You know, lately I've been able to do that myself, and it's been extremely helpful. I got to talk actually with my pops and talk to him about, like, you know, how ways he was able to stay disciplined. And he was telling me, you know, gotta have a resilient mindset, stay consistent. So, perfect segue onto the next way. Let's get it. So, how do you build up that resiliency then if you don't have it? If you just don't naturally have it, if you ain't a serial optimist like your boy. So, how do you do it? It's actually not as hard as you think. It's not as hard as you think at all. You start small and build. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. And sure enough, you won't be either. So, let's reshape. Let's get those small wins. So, what does that mean? First, remember what I said that I do every time that I have a situation now that bothers me? It gets me a little riled up. I take a step back and I think, okay, what can I control? What is in my power that I can control? And then I go from there. Oh, what does that mean practically? First, I think if you're someone that that keeps continually or down on yourself, down on the situations that are around you, feeling down about the people around you, I want you to first look inward. Look inward and think, okay, I don't feel like everyone is in my corner. At the end of the day, it is technically just you. You have to make sure that you're good. So do the things that make sure you're good. What does that mean? Sometimes that's just reframing the way that we think. And I'm not telling you to completely do 180. It's with the small things. It's with those little nuanced things. This always happens to me. No, 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 no. Let's change it. This always happens to me. To man, that sucked. Let me keep it pushing. Oh man. Yeah, this sucked, but I got this other thing I get to look forward to today. I get to look forward to doing. You know, it starts with those little things there and the mindset, reframing that mindset. Because when you can get resilient up here, the rest all follows. It's easy after that. Easier, I should say. I ain't got no PhD in resiliency. So after you can get to a good space here. And that's different for everybody. I mean, for me personally, I actually take Adderall. And so that helps me. That helps get my mental. I'm in focus. I'm ready. We can get on with it. So next is find the anchors. Find the anchors that you can do every day without a doubt. That you will always do. You always knock those things out. And that can be as simple as making the bed, brushing your teeth, brushing your hair, wash your face, have a night routine, morning routine, like we were just talking about. Something that you do for yourself again, that you're doing for yourself, but that anchors you, that you can continually do normally no matter the environment. So that's why you want to do something that is pertaining mostly to you that you can normally do all the time. But if not, I mean, obviously it's okay. But find something like that. Next, I know you hear from everybody. We need to get up and move a little bit, y'all. We need to get up and move. And I'm not telling you you need to go work out and do a 3-hour program of P90X. Go crazy. If that's your speed, run it. But I tell you, that ain't me. And that ain't gonna be me. It ain't never been, at least that much. But it ain't never been, it ain't never will be. And so, find some type of physical activity you can do. Actually, I was watching TikTok recently, sorry, I should say, my fault. I was talking about you can do every hour on the hour if you do 10 squats. It's the equivalent to taking a 30-minute brisk walk. No quote me on that, but I'm like, well, if that's the case, baby, I'm up and I'm down. Those little wins, building back that base, because personally, I haven't worked out in years. Like actually worked out in years. So for me, first getting my mental right, getting some of those anchors in the morning and night. And then lastly, like, not even lastly, sorry, I apologize. But next part here, do some type of physical activity. And like I said, you ain't gotta go to the gym and do P90X, this, that, and that. No, your boy is doing squats every hour on the hour, like I was just saying. I'm doing 25, maybe 50 push-ups a day, maybe. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to go crazy. I am trying to maintain so that my body feels healthy enough to tackle and do the things I need to do. So now, after you did all of that there, now you good. You one with yourself. But that's not it. Because now you need to look externally. So we were just looking internally, y'all. That was all the mentally. That was all that emotional, the emotional mental, the emotional mental. Sorry, I can't talk, y'all. So now you need to look at your circle. Who you got around you? Who's motivated? Who's not? Who's moving in silence? Who's moving out loud? All are different and appropriate things that anybody can do at any given time. Just make sure that they're in line with the things that you want to do as well too. Because if not, you using your resiliency in another way that you don't need to. You need that everywhere else. You need that here. And you need that to your important place. Your important places. So after that, it's all up from there. Now, after doing those things there, here are a couple things you can do to help maintain yourself. But I've even tried to start now. Not even tried to. I've started doing it now. I'm sorry. Journal. It's hard for me to stay consistent with it. I can't lie. But those times when I really get to sit and write, I feel good. I feel real good. And I'm thankful, happy, blessed. You know, I can't wait for more. Thirsty for more. So other ways you could do it too, except for the immediate, is look onward. Look onward with a purpose. So find something that you really that you're working for, that you strive for. Shoot for it. And shoot for it with a realistic goal that you're resilient enough to make it there, right? Thank y'all so much for listening in today. It was your boy, DeVohn Jackson. Now, don't forget to like, subscribe, and we are so thankful for you coming in, watching if you're on YouTube, listening if you're just on anywhere else on audio with podcasts. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. We love y'all so much and continue to tune in. All right. Ignyte Podcast.